Hi, in this video, I'm going to discuss about SQL conditional statement. Conditional statement creates condition. We can use them to fulfill business logic. Case and if-else statements are popular in SQL conditional statement. Case statement expression, sometimes it is called case expression only. It is a conditional expression like if-then in Excel. So it means in conditional statement, there are two cases. One is the case statement and another is the if-else statement. So these two statements, I'm starting with the case statement. Before starting that, I have drafted here one database named MyOffice. It has a table tab and the values over here. This tab has 4 column: ID int, name varchar, gender char, wage decimal. So these are the 4 columns in the table tab under the database MyOffice. So now I'm going to have some examples to show here for case statement. Use database name MyOffice. Select all. Now I'm making the case here. Case, we can give the name over here, or if you like, if you have many cases, then we can give name, otherwise we can leave it. So my case is when there is M, then it should be full male. It is from here. Gender char1, this is either M or F. It is only one alphabet. So I am making here M means Mike, sorry, male, and when there is F, then this is female. Else unknown. Int as full gender. Okay. So what happened here? I've created one case. I didn't. If there are many cases, then we can name it here. Otherwise, we can just leave it. That's the case. So when M, then there should be male full. So we can add here as you require, or if you don't have more, then just we can say when. After then we can give else. Because this is the conditional, so there always should be either one or another. So when there is M, this is male, otherwise else this should be something else. Or if you have more cases, then we just can add here by keeping when and when. Otherwise, as per requirement, we can put our when, at the last there should be else. So int as full gender, this is the name of the column that I put. This is also optional. If you don't want to put, just leave int. The case begin, case int. After then from stop table. Okay, I created a case and ended with a full gender. Let's compile the codes. Unknown database. So actually this is not compiled. So let's compile this all code. Okay, so we created the database. Under the database, there is the table staff, and all the values are inserted. Okay, now run this again. Yeah. So what happened when there was a M? So this converted into okay. I prefer to name it. This is we are changing the gender. So I wanna put here case name gender. Let's run this again. Okay, it converted. So what happens here in conditional statement, it goes one by one from the beginning, first, second, third in this way. So if we have more cases, just we can add when and when, otherwise just when and else. These are the two requirements here. Case always start with the case and we have to end with end. This is one example. So now I have another example for this. So what I'm doing now, uh, this time I'm selecting only name and wage, and things to remember here, comma at the last. So I'm starting to create case when wage is greater than 9, then this should be good. Good. When wage is equal to 9, then okay. Else poor. Okay. So this is the case that we made. Now in case as a name of the comment in the column. Comment from table name star. Okay. We got here as a comment poor and okay. So in this way we can create a case. Now I go to another example in store procedure. As always, store procedure start with the delimiter. Give the procedure name, create procedure, give the name for now, get name. So this procedure, what I'm doing now, I'm creating in and out parameter procedure. So for in parameter, I'm taking ID to resemble it. So the parameter will be an ID, and the ID data type is int, so I put the int. This is the new this is the parameter we created to resemble to id column here. Id column. This is the id column, id, name, gender, and wage. So to resemble to id we created the parameter named NID, and the data type was int. Now I'm creating out parameter, and the parameter name is wage. So what I'm doing now, I'm finding the wage with the help of out parameter, and the wage data type is decimal 42, enclosed by parenthesis, begin, after then. Now if we have a out parameter, to take out parameter cannot take the value directly, so we have to have one variable. So let's create one variable, declare I'm getting the name instead of procedure, so let's create a variable name. The data type will be varchar 50. So what I'm doing now, I'm getting the name and putting into this variable. Select name into name from table name staff, where an ID equal to ID. Now I'm starting the case. So name of the case will be name, because I'm finding the name. When there's a mic, then set new as equal to 10. Same thing, copycat to save the time. When there is then set new as 11. Else set new is equal to 12. In case in case, just write the int. It will be nice like this. And int. Okay. This procedure is created now. The get name, input parameter in, output parameter out. So what I'm doing now, I'm selecting the name and this inserting into the variable named name from start table, where I'm making this two parameter NID to resemble with the ID. Then the case is, if there is Mike, then the new weight should be 10. If there is a Dan, then new should be 11. Otherwise, it should be 12. Okay. Now run this code. Our step procedure is ready. Now invoke the procedure. Call procedure name is get name and pass the parameter. It is the ID. So let's put the parameter 11, and we have to take the value outside. So this is the out parameter. So put the value here. This is also another variable to put the value. Okay. Now our value is inside at the result. So to get the value out, select result. Okay, what happened here? When we run the code, when we pass the argument 11, then the system read in 11, the system found Mike, and it said the new is 10. Actually, the Mike has only the weight 9, but the case is set up. It said the new weight as a 10. So this is the case inside the step procedure. So these all are the examples of case statement. Let's go to another topic, that is the if statement that we already talked about here. If else statement. If else statement. So this is the second statement in conditional statement. So what is actually if function is if is very popular word that is used in condition. If this happen, then this will happen. So if function, it has a 3 expression. If we just use the if, then it has a 3 expression. If first true, then it selects the second expression, otherwise third expression. So what does it mean? Okay. We select ways if wage is less than 9, it is true, then poor. If not true, then good. From start. Okay. So we want to this select as a comment. So let's see how does it work. So what happened here? Let's make it bigger. So my condition is here. If wage is less than 9, then it is poor, otherwise good. So see from here, if this is 9, this is good. Here is 8, here is 7, they are the poor. So it's selected in that way. Or what we can do, we can select all from here. Instead of that, select all. Let's run this code again. Now it will be more clear. What happened? Mike has a wage 9. It is less than 9. Actually, it is equal. So this is good. It doesn't match. And this has a 8. This is less than 9. It's poor. It's a poor. And 7 is less than 9. This is also true. So poor. If the true, it selects the second expression. Otherwise, it goes to third. So this is just the if statement. In our store procedure and store function, mostly they are used if else statement. So I'm gonna show another example. If else statement in store function. So I'm creating store function here. Use of store function. Use of if else in store function. If then actually. Okay. I'm creating store function. Delimiter create function for the store procedure and the store function. Please refer to my previous videos. There is a separate videos for the store function and store procedure. Store function, the name of the store function is wage recommendation, and I'm creating one parameter wage, and the data type is decimal 4 or 5 whatever. In store function, what we are returning, there we have to write a data type. So it should be returns. So what we are returning? We are returning the wage. So the parameter of the data type for the wage is decimal. So it should be decimal 42. And here should be one word that is called deterministic or indeterministic. If it changes, then it will be indeterministic. Otherwise, it will be deterministic. This won't change. This is won't change if how many times we run it. It gives the same value. That's why it is deterministic. Timestamp and other things, they are the indeterministic, because when we run, it gives the new time. But this is always how many times we run, it will give the same result. So it is the deterministic. I have explained more in my separate video in the store function. Begin now. Declare new pay varchar 50. Now case is started. If wage is less than 8, I'll explain about it later. Now just I create this one first. Then set new wage equal to wage into, let's suppose the wage is increased by 1.3, that means 30%. If the wage is less than 8, then increase by 30%. Second case is else if it is together. Wage equal to 8, then set new wage equal to wage into 1.2, that is 20%. In this way, we can go and adding the cases. Third case I'm setting now. If else if wage equal to less than 8, then set new wage equal to wage into 1.1, and end if. This is the store function, so there always should be return in store function. Return new pay. Now the case ended. Okay. Let's compile the codes first. Returns RT and return decimal. 42. Okay. Else be let's finish this after then I'll explain. Select wage recommendation. Okay, from here, recommendation 9. Oh, new wage. Oh, it is here. It should be wage. Okay, sorry about that. Run code again. Actually, we have to drop it. Is already drop function. Wage recommendation. Drop function. Oh, it is here. Recommendation. Already drop function. Wage recommendation. Wage recommendation. Okay. Now run this. Compile the codes. Oh, it should be here. Wage. first name is. Let's drop it first. Went through and run this again. Went through. Select. Okay. Now time to explain. Everything is fine now. So what I'm doing now, I'm creating function where I'm setting the new ways, new increment. So as usual, the function. So I'm calculating the weights. So this is the one, return decimal, deterministic. These all are the features for the function. So begin, declare. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a new variable where I can put this value. So I declare the new weights as a variable. Actually, this new weights is our it is weight, so it should be decimal and decimal 42. Decimal 42. Now everything correct. So what happened? I declared one local variable named new weights. So what I'm doing now, if the weight is less than 8, then set this thing weight is increased by 30%, multiplied by 30% into the variable new weight. The second condition, else if, second condition, if the weight is equal to 8, then set the new condition, weight multiplied by 20% more, 1.20, and this will be equal to new weight to the variable. And third condition is if the weight is less than 8, then it should increase by 10%, 1.10, and go to the variable new weight. The last is and if. Now in the store function, it always should return or to return the new weight because our values is inside the variable new weight, so it should return new weight. Select the name of the variable is wage recommendation. Now I pass the parameter 9, then what will be the condition? What will be the condition? 9 is greater than 8, so it is multiplied by 1.1 and gives this result. 9 into multiply by 1.1 is 90.90. So the total will be 9.9. If I put the condition like 7, then it is increased by 30%. Let's see the example. Same thing. For this time, I'm passing the parameter 7. Then what happens? Okay. So at this time, what happened? The first case is applied. Wage is less than 8. So the wage is increased by 30%. 13% increase 1.3 into 7. That means 9.10. So this is the use of if then statement, if then statement, if then statement in the store function. This applies to store procedure also. So in this video, I covered case statement and if then statement. So these all are the conditional statement Thanks for watching and thanks for your time. See you in another video. Bye for now.